Hello friends, if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a fan or a subscriber, welcome back. Today's topic is going to be the weird world of YECs 4, and if you have followed this series, you understand why I call it the weird world of YECs, or Young Earth Creationists. So let's go! The Satanic Panic took place in the 80s and the 90s, and it was a huge waste of time and resources, and people spent years in prison for crimes that they did not commit, all because of quote-unquote repressed memories, which, by the way, do not exist. I was so insulated in the first YEC cult that I was not even aware that there was a satanic panic going on, even though, yes, I was alive during the time, and I was old enough to understand what would have been going on if I had been aware of it, but I was not. My second YEC church was a little less restrictive, and they actually talked about some of this stuff. Disney particularly got a lot of it. They were saying stuff like, if you play The Lion King in slow motion, when the animals are bowing down before Simba, you will see the dust that they kick up spells sex, S-E-X. And I remember even then wondering, who on earth would be looking for crap like that? I mean, come on. Get with the program, get with the real world. And some of you may or may not know about this. A lot of rock groups got a lot of kickback from the Satanic Panic because the YECs were saying that if you played certain records backwards, you would get Satan is great and crap like that. And I'm like, who does that? Now, obviously, I'm not going to tell you how they indoctrinate people because I don't want anybody indoctrinating anybody. But suffice it to say that they do a very, very good job. It is an us versus them mentality, and they are very, very suspicious of anything that doesn't originate within the YEC community. And as you have probably seen with Kent Hovind and Ken Ham, they can't even decide among themselves what is true and what is false. So I don't see this movement gaining much traction in the next half a century. In fact, I think it will self-disintegrate. Of course, that's just a guess on my part, but it is an educated guess, seeing how much infighting there is among the YECs. So let's hope they can self-disintegrate, and pretty soon too. As most of you already know, the quote mine is the YEC's best friend. This is where they take a quote out of context and they don't give you what surrounds the quote. They just take one quote and run with it. This is where they get things from Charles Darwin and Stephen Hawking. Most, but not all YECs have the doctrine of once saved, always saved. This means once you, quote unquote, ask Jesus into your heart, you can never be unsaved. Other YECs think you can lose your salvation, and if you do, then you got to get saved again and get baptized again. Most, if not all religions, not just the YECs, depend on emotional decision making. That is, you've experienced God, so God must be real. But this isn't the case. See my show, I've Experienced God, so why am I agnostic? Now, obviously, not everyone has my condition. In fact, the vast majority of people don't. But they still experience God, or what they think is God. And because of their cultural and sociological background, they interpret it as God. And this is what makes the emotional decision making. And this is what religions rely on. One thing that most people don't really think about is the sociocultural aspect of religion. I think I may have talked about it in one of my anthropology of religion. I'm not sure. But basically, if you're born in the United States, most likely you're going to be Christian. If you are born in Saudi Arabia, most likely you will be Muslim. This is called the sociocultural aspect of religion, and it really hasn't got anything to do with what religion is right or wrong. It has to do with what is the predominant religion in your culture, because a Muslim is going to say with just as much certainty that Islam is right. So I think I'm going to stop there for today. I think I am going to do more on the sociocultural aspects of religion, but that won't be for a while. I have other things I want to do. I am down with a back injury, so I will be getting back to my regular content. Don't worry, my dad is being taken care of. And I am also fine. I just have a nerve that acts up every now and then. So, the links to my email, PayPal, Discord, and Twitter accounts are in the description. There are no sources for this particular episode, as they draw on my personal experience. If you like this kind of content, please hit the like button, press the subscribe button, and if you would like to be notified when I come out with new content, please hit the bell next to the subscribe button. I have probably 3 different areas of content on my channel. You can probably find one that suits you. So go ahead and check out my library. Thank you. Question everything and never be afraid. Please leave your comments in the comment section. I love hearing from you. Remember that I am now taking requests. You can also DM me on Twitter if you don't want your comment to be made public. Here are a couple of videos from my library. If you have not watched them, go ahead and check them out. Goodbye, friends.